If you don't know about Victor Wembanyama yet, you're going to kick yourself when he wins Rookie of the Year next season. Today, we're comparing him with the son of the greatest NBA small forward of all time, who is ready to take the next step and make his own name for himself in the NBA. Think Victor Wembanyama is a shoo-in to be the #1 pick in the 2023 NBA Draft? Think again. Keep watching this video until the end, and you'll know why you should think again. A lot of teams are tanking, and they have their eye on a young man out of France named Victor Wembanyama. By now, most of you all have probably heard of him or seen clips of him playing. He has established himself as the clear frontrunner for the first overall pick in the 2023 NBA Draft. Regardless of what team he ultimately ends up getting drafted to, he's going to be able to slot right in from day one and be able to make an immediate impact. The first thing that stands out is his absurd height, 7 foot 3 inches tall with an 8-foot wingspan. The kid can create shots for himself anywhere on the court, similar to Kevin Durant. His high release on his jump shots make them virtually unguardable, although he's not really the outside shooter Durant is, but he does have a nice inside game far beyond his years. The forefront of everyone's mind is the defensive capability that he has exhibited. He uses his length to guard the perimeter and block everything close to the basket. Since footage of Victor playing exclusively in France went viral when he was 16 years old, Victor has the skills to be a superstar in the NBA.
Obviously, to Wembanyama stepping into a three. He's got a lot of room, and Victor Wembanyama gets his team going here.
Wembanyama, a player for the Metropolitans '92 in the 2022 preseason, impressed NBA analysts and scouts by scoring 37 and 34 points in back-to-back games against elite-level opposition. In the U.S. for a 2-game series against the NBA G League Ignite were Victor Wembanyama and his colleagues. Wembanyama had a stellar deep shooting performance and averaged 36.5 points and 4.5 blocks. He's been hailed as the NBA's most exciting prospect since LeBron James in 2003, which sounds like a massive reach until you watch him play. Wembanyama was raised in an active and tall household and was born in the Leigh Chesney neighborhood in 2004. Elodie, his mother, is a 6'3" former basketball player and coach, while Felix, his father, is a 6'6" long jumper.
Turning pro. But that was your decision. As a man, you said, I'm going to make that decision. That's what I'm going to do. As we watch Victor knock down the back-to-back threes, he's starting to get going.
With a talent of this caliber, there are never really any debates as to who's going to #1 overall. On October 29, 2019, he played 31 seconds in a Euro Cup game against Brescia to make his Nanterre '92 professional debut. Aged 15 years, 9 months, and 25 days at the start of the Euro Cup, he was the second youngest player, behind Stefan Pekovi. He chose to leave Nanterre following the 2020-2021 season after being there since he was 10 years old. On June 29, 2021, Asvel of the Pro A and the Euro League accepted Wembanyama's 3-year contract. On May 18, 2022, Wembanyama won the LNB Pro A Best Young Player Award for a second time. The Metropolitans '92 of the Pro A later signed him to a 2-year contract on June 30, 2022. Since making his league debut, he has displayed excellent performance and given the team multiple points and rebounds. After Wembanyama's performance on American soil captured the attention of the media, sports writers and NBA players hailed his talent and potential. He is undoubtedly the most intriguing prospect in the 2023 draft, but no matter how incredible a young prospect is in the world of sports, there is no such thing as a guarantee, but rarely, maybe once or twice in a decade, a prospect comes along and nearly reaches that unattainable status. The 2023 NBA draft will definitely feature one of these generational prospects, Victor Wembanyama. The most debated prospects in the early years are undoubtedly the sons of NBA players and NBA legends. It's impossible to escape the assumption that some players are only receiving attention because of their fathers, but in other situations, it can be very difficult to determine whether players are receiving attention simply because of their fathers or because they are truly exceptional basketball players. But it's increasingly obvious that Scotty Pippen Jr. was made for the NBA. While playing college basketball, Scotty Pippen Jr. wasn't getting much attention despite being the son of Hall of Famer and 6-time NBA champion Scotty Pippen. On the night of the 2022 NBA draft, he went undrafted, but approximately a week later, he signed a 2-way contract with the Los Angeles Lakers. That means Scotty will split his rookie season playing for both the main team Lakers and the G League Lakers affiliate, South Bay Lakers, where he is off to a good start. Scotty Pippen Jr. went off and dropped 32 points and 6 assists on his 22nd birthday. Definitely a birthday he will never forget.
Here's Pippen. Off one leg there. Scotty Pippen Jr. having himself a night on his birthday.
Recently, in an interview with Natasha Dye of People's Magazine, he acknowledged that expectations will be higher for him than others, given that his father is legendary Chicago Bulls forward Scotty Pippen, a 7-time All-Star and 6-time champion who is generally considered to be one of the best players in league history. Having a father in the NBA definitely puts a target on your back, Scotty said. I would say there are higher expectations because people expect me to be like my dad, but I really don't let that get to me because that's just what people think I should be or should not be. The 6'3" point guard, an alum of Sierra Canyon High School, played at Vanderbilt for 3 seasons. He was outstanding as soon as he arrived during his first season. Pippen Jr. averaged 12 points and 3.5 assists per game. In his last 2 seasons, Pippen Jr. averaged over 20 points, 4.3 assists, 3.1 rebounds, and 1.6 steals per game as a point guard with a strong shooting record.
Trying to get downhill. Nice defense there by the Clippers. So Pippen retreats. Nice spin. Oh, crafty play there by Scottie Pippen Jr.
Every NBA team needs a top-tier playmaker, whether they come off the bench or as a starter. And it certainly helps if they can also shoot well, make decent shots, and play above-average defense. This is what Scottie Pippen Jr., in my opinion, offers to the NBA. And I'm beginning to think that the LA Lakers ought to provide him all the support he requires both this season and in the years to come. Pippen Jr. needs to fully develop his game because even while we're not likely to be talking about a star-level player at any point in his career, he has the talent, the capacity for leadership, and the winning DNA to stick around the league for a while. Although he is an experienced scorer, his team will be working really hard to get to the postseason, so he will have to struggle to gain any playing time. Being barely 6'3" prevented him from being selected in the draft despite his excellent game reading and awareness of his surroundings. The NBA generally has serious defensive issues with guards of his height. His three-point shooting percentages aren't terrible, but they're also not deadly. He must therefore put a lot of effort to persuade the Lakers that he can play in the NBA, where his flaws will be exploited. But hopefully one day we will probably look back and wonder, how did he not hear his name called on draft night in 2022? Comment below with your opinions on Victor Wembanyama and Scottie Pippen Jr. Do you believe the media has been overreacting a little bit to these performers' performances, or are you impressed by what you've been seeing? I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below.
Boston initiating the offense, turns it over. Pippen Jr., another Sierra Canyon alum, with the steal, the pull-up from 3, and it rattles home.